Cities are made of steel and stone, bright lights and slick glass. The noise, the pace, the teeming masses seem to shut out nature in its entirety. But even busy cities hold savage secrets. Around the edges, in the shadows, and sometimes in plain view, people share this city with some altogether inhuman neighbors. And you might be surprised just how much of the natural world is living in Denver. Even in the heart of the city, winter turns an often verdant landscape to grays and browns, and much of the city's active life slows down or disappears entirely, waiting for the warmth of spring. But Denver's relatively mild climate lets many animals survive through the winter and even attracts some who usually stay farther away from civilization, drawn by the promise of more readily available bounty when colder weather sets into the mountains. In parks and open spaces, from Sloan's Lake to First Creek, from City Park to Bluff Lake, Denver's animal denizens go about their business just like their human counterparts. And as the cold and seemingly barren landscape draws in these mobile creatures, so too does the winter starkness make spotting them easier for the urban animal enthusiast. Raptors are birds of prey, hunters that eat meat. Hawks, owls, eagles, and vultures are all part of this group, easily recognized by characteristics designed for their carnivorous proclivities. Keen eyesight for spotting, strong feet usually with sharp talons for snatching up unfortunate prey, and a hooked beak to tear into a tasty meal. The common red-tailed hawk is a year-round Denver resident, but over 30 species of raptors live and migrate through the Front Range. Birds travel from as far away as Alaska and Argentina throughout the year, although telling them apart can be difficult at best. One unmistakable resident is a conservation success story. After a population collapse due to pesticides, bald eagles were largely absent from Colorado for decades. Now biologists count 125 breeding pairs throughout the state. In winter and early spring, the eagles can occasionally be spotted in many patches of wilderness in and around Denver, seeking out running water and easier meals. Although bald eagles eat a heavily fish-based diet, the massive birds will also eat roadkill or other carrion, steal any meal they can, and hunt for small mammals. And even in the dead of winter, small mammals abound inside city limits. Dried grasses, twigs, and bark might seem bereft of nutritional value, but healthy populations of cottontails thrive on the austere repast. Natural camouflage allows them some measure of safety, while sharp hearing and speed means most rabbits can graze unscathed, despite the threat from ever-watchful raptors. Another mammal seemingly unaffected by winter temperatures is the black-tailed prairie dog. Vast colonies of the rodent can be found wherever there is a patch of undeveloped dirt. As the younger prairie dogs scamper and scavenge, surviving on thistles, roots, and the occasional insect during the season's less plentiful harvest, watchdogs call out warnings in time with railroad crossing chimes. But constant vigilance isn't always enough to protect the whole colony from aerial hunters. A bald eagle uses its formidable beak to make the most of its meal. In landlocked areas, Bald eagles will hunt mammals like prairie dogs, rabbits, raccoons, and even, on rare occasions, deer fawn. As opportunistic carnivores, the raptors eat a wide variety of proteins, whether that means taking advantage of already deceased animals or simply stealing meals from another hunter. The bald eagle is direct competition for other avian meat eaters. Eagles are also known to prey on other birds, from shorebirds up to red-tailed hawks. Little wonder, then, that another carrion eater is uneasy with close eagle proximity. The American crow is a corvid, a different family than raptors. Still, it hunts smaller animals like mice, frogs, and rabbits. Crows also love leftovers, making meals of the leavings from other hunters, roadkill, or natural animal deaths. Another opportunistic feeder jockeying for calories in the same ecosystem as the bald eagle. And the crow isn't shy about hassling the competition. A different corvid, the black-billed magpie, will sometimes join in to run off larger birds. Just like crows, magpies are omnivores, fond of seeds and nuts, as well as carrion, rodents, and insects. Here, magpies dig up previously cached food. Using their strong, straight beaks, both magpies and crows will hammer into the ground or snow and store food for several days. Clever corvids also steal from each other, so a magpie that buries food in plain view of another bird will often dig it back up and secret the morsel away in a more secure location. Denver has pockets of wilderness and small parks, patches of undeveloped land, and even in the trees lining busy city streets. In the midst of a hubbub of modern life, nature eases back in, filling in any available niche and developing new ones. It doesn't take much to access the wild in the heart of our city. All you need to do is get outside and look up.